Hello and welcome to the video. Before we get started, if you'd like to provide input on future content and get our weekly newsletter, click on our survey. The link will be below. We also have a report on Ethereum 2, along with a bonus report on why you should learn Solidity now. Again, the link will be below. Now on to the video, and thank you.
Okay, so today we're going to look at an additional modification of the example we looked at last time. And what this one is going to do is it is going to do something like this. Very simple. You take an input, demo, bug, and fix it, and that it outputs it. And also it outputs it here. I think you should, like we saw with the original example. So let's talk about the changes that I made in order to get this going. So the first thing, there are two things that I did. First of all, in a couple of things. In two files I had to change. One is lib.rs, which is our code, and the other one is rusthello.did, which is our interface description. So let's look at so what I did is I took his input, I added an input, the string, and I pointed it to an output now that's a string, and I had to print the message. Now the message is coming in here, say message, and we define that as a string, and we're saying print. Now this has to be a pointer, and I'll show you what happens if it's not in a second. And then we return the message, which we did not do before. We just simply printed the message and it went to the log. Now the other file we had to change is this one. So remember before it was, these both were blank. So it was basically outputting it to the log. And now as we did an input and output, we do the same thing here. It matches. Except in this case we call it text, and in Rust they call it string. But that's the interface definition language. So why you have to use a pointer? I'll show you this here. When I had it like this, I got this error, which said move occurred because message has type string, which does not implement the copy trait. It's basically saying that the message, if you think in terms of, if you're used to Java, the message class does not implement the method copy. That's essentially what it's saying. So you can't copy it, so you have to pass the pointer. And it's pointing exactly where the value's moved, and it's saying it's used here after the move, and you can't do that. There's no copy. So that is why this has to be a pointer, or it's just not going to work. And this is, originally I did it where I just defined a string, and I commented it out. But this is how you create a string. It's saying string from, and you have your string. So you're creating a string object from this text. And that's the changes. Very simple, but you can see it added a little bit of functionality, and you can build upon it. So we now know, instead of just printing something out, we can take input and we can output it, and we can output it to the log. So this is a very, very helpful. And I guess the print statement, this print statement up here, is similar if you're used to Java system.out.println, which usually they want you to take it out because in Java there are log libraries that are generally what you use. We might put in a print just to some quick debugging, or you want to see something quickly. But if you don't take it out, odds are you'll hear from the code reviewer on that. So, but this is how you get your logging in Rust. So, anyway, again, I want to remind you about the survey and the reports that I will include the link. And, survey helps me know what you're looking to see and what you want to learn. So I would encourage it. That's pretty much it for now. Hopefully this has been helpful. It was an exercise that kind of got me a little bit more familiar with Rust. If you found this helpful, please give a like. Please subscribe. Please share it with your friends. Please ring the bell to get further videos. And I will speak to you next time.